Hi there, I'm Edward Jern. Welcome back to Stairways to Lanakila. Today we'll continue to feature the teams by the Cantonas from Japan, and this team composed of very special braveries here. And on the other hand, my opponents from Japan has teams with Incineroars, Weavile, Gastrodons, Garchomp, Polygon 2, and also Lapras. So he is using a dual fake out user, but yeah, I guess my Tapu Lele can stop Sims. So 2 water types, that makes that kind of weird, because yeah, we do see something like Trick Rooms, Surf boosting the Gastrodon's attacks, yeah, so on and so forth. But on the other hand, yeah, there's kind of unknowns here. Now I shall stick with my Tapu Lele and Arcanine needs here first. And to deal with that 2 water types, I shall use the Katanas here. And as the last lot. Yeah, I guess Gigalith can do some good works here. So in the case that he uses Trick Rooms on the opponent's side, can still have the Gigalith to deal with it. So let's jump towards the games here. So I'm leading with the Tapu Lele and Arcanine, and my opponent is sending out his Incineroar and Polygon 2. So this is a typical lead that you were anticipating a fake out Trick Rooms, but fake out is not going to work in this here, and because thanks to Tapu Lele's psychic terrains. So the opponent's download is increasing its attacks here. So this is kind of interesting. I shall not stop him from using Trick Rooms. Yeah, I shall just bring in my Gigalith. And with Arcanine can Snow and yeah, reduce the special attack of the Polygon 2. So the Sand Stream coming out would damage the opponents. So Snow connects. But yep. Special attack drops here. Try test coming from the Polygons too. Not going to do a lot of damage, but yeah, and then another Flare Bliss here. He wants to target my Gigalith, but that's not successful. So Tapu Lele switch proved to be still kind of good things here. So with Gigalith here, it won't use a Trick Rooms. So with Incineroar's malicious assault, I guess it can't knock out a Gigalith with the Intimidate. So I just use a Rock Slice here. And I will do a Flamethrower onto the Polygons too. That won't do much. So we're switching out, bringing his Garchomp onto the field, which is one of my fearful Pokemons here. So we do see Toxic comes out first. The Rock Slide connects. So Garchomp can threaten both of my attackers because, yeah, you know that Garchomp has almost half of the Garchomp is using the Granium Z, and looking at his matchup, I do think that's still his choice here. So I would protect my Gigalith first, in case he knocks out my Arcanine. Yeah, he won't target onto Arcanine here because it's poisons, and yeah, Arcanine can't do a lot of damage against both of the opponents. So yeah, Z move comes out. The Tectonic Rage. Raging is on the field, and I presume it is targeting onto the Gigalith. No way. It's Arcanine. Alright. Not anticipating this. So next turn would be a difficult one. I can either deploy my Tapu Lele or the Katanas. And I still have the access of White Guards here. Maybe we'll just use the Poison Jabs anyway. So I'll use the Tapu Lele first. He might have a chance of using the Earthquakes here, ignoring this Polygon 2s because of his bulk. He does a lot onto my Gigalith, but is not able to knock me off. But also, yeah, Tapu Lele will survive that. He might switch his Garchomp into Incineroar 2, but in that case I will just Rock Slide into it and Moonblast. But he's withdrawing his Garchomps back with Incineroars as anticipated. So the Moonblast doing a neutral damage onto Incineroars. So another Toxic. So if Rock Slide connects, it should be able to knock it out. But looking at the damage outputs from the Tapu Lele, the Incineroar avoids the attacks. Why you often avoid the attacks? So thanks to the Psychic's terrain, he still can't use his Fake Out here. So just use a Shatter Psyche onto Polygon 2. I shall continue to use the Rock Slides onto it. That's painful. Oh, he's using a Fake Out instead. He didn't do a Fake Out in the first turn, but he did a Fake Out this turn, so can't explain this. So Shatter Psyche comes out. Yep, it knocks out the Polygon 2s eventually. So Rock Slide, please connect. Alright, thank you. Incineroar is knocked out, and the advantage goes back to my side. After all, there's no more Psychic Search here, but we do see the Lapras. Oh, Lapras is a good thing here. So Lapras goes faster than my Gigalith and can fire it and Hydro Bombs. Tapu Lele can survive that Poison Jab. So I guess I would protect. Oh my god, protect. Yeah, just protect first. And use a Moonblast onto the Garchomps. So Lapras is protecting. It's a great sign. We see the earthquakes coming out. Yep, that's the earthquakes. So if I used a White Guard, it's definitely a 0 damage onto my Lady and Garchomp. Moonblast should be able to finish Garchomp off. So it's a 3-to-1 situation here. And next turn, I will switch out my Gigalith. Or I would just stay in the field. So Rock Slide would continue to connect. I hope so. So Thunderbolt would do more damage than Psychic and the Moonblast here. And Katana should have no problems in finishing the Lapras with. Oh, but we do see the Sheer Coat. Oh god. Oh, Rock Slide missed again. So Rock Slide is simultaneously the best move and the worst move in the meta games. So you have the chances to miss the Rock Slide, and on the other hand you can gain something like flinches onto it. So another Sheiko miss and another Rock Slide miss. Oh, is there a few invisible terrain called yeah, I don't know what kind of terrain it is, but it may affect the accuracy of the attacks. So Katanas comes out. I miss 3 Rock Slide in total in this game. And I can foresee that I will miss more of them and they will cost my games. So my opponents finally defeat things here. And we shall jump to the next match very soon. So as usual, if you like this video or enjoying these videos, please show support by giving a like below, and yeah, do subscribe my channels if you want more battle videos and team analysis in the future. So for those who are interested in the Japanese VGC communities, because they don't have the official tournaments regularly, they only have the Japan Cup to elect the representative to the worlds. So they basically they hold these types of tournaments themselves. In certain regions, they have the Kanto regionals, something like the Battle Royal. I forgot about the names, but they do have selections from different provinces of different of the Japan, and they would gather in a very large venues and play against each other for the selected peoples. So stop trash talkings, and we will see our second opponents here using a teams with the Talonflames, Primarinas, Mimikyu, Mandibuzz, Magnezone, and Garchomp here. So not very surprising with these teams. I would just go for the Polygon 2 here because it can threaten most of his resist most of the attacks from my opponents, and yeah, can do some toxic damage or ice beams, will still do a lot onto the Garchomps. So Polygon 2 is my first choice. Well, I can use, yeah, I still like Arcanine or not. Gigaliths is, yeah, Gigalith and Lele. Yeah, time's running out. So Arcanine and Polygon 2 is kind of passive lead for this team, but it still can do some good jobs here because, yeah, you can see you can fire off some you can fire off some will-whiff damage and also snarl damage, and of course the Intimidate itself. So Intimidate fires off here. So my guts is telling me that his Talonflame does have the taunts here. So I'm not going for the traps here, but the Garchomp is definitely going for a Titanic Rage onto Arcanine. So I just Ice Beam onto the Garchomps and do a Protect onto my Arcanine here. So protecting my Arcanine, and we do see Brave Bird first. So going on to the Arcanine, and we do see the Earthquakes here. So no flinching moves means that the Ice Beam should be able to finish the Garchomps. Yeah, unless it is Focus Sash. So my opponent is bringing in Mandibuzz here. So I can choose either to stay with the Trick Rooms is still very tempting here. Yeah, I would just stick with the Trick Rooms play. And we'll switch into my Gigalith. In case he really did taunt onto my Polygon 2, I still have the options of switching back my Arcanine so as to do a Intimidate onto my opponents. Sandstream comes out, no taunt, so Brave Bird comes in, but we may see Wild Wind here. Yep, the Toxic comes out. So it's a stalling variant of Mandibuzz here. So, two birds waving their wings, and the Rockslide should be coming out, and I hope the Rockslide doesn't miss once again in this episode. So, I'm in a very comfortable situation here. I can just Ice Beam onto the Mandibuzz and Rockslide. There's not many things that my opponents can do. My opponent is withdrawing his Talonflames into Magnezones. Yeah, Magnezone does ward its attacks well here. Oh, excuse me. So Ice Beams barely knocks off the Mandibuzz. But the sand damage should be able to finish it off once again. So my Polygon 2 is poisoned, and yeah, but the Mandibuzz has yeah, I forgot the abilities of Mandibuzz. It can stay on the field very comfortably with the Overcoat. Yeah, it's Overcoat. So I still have 3 turns of Trick Rooms here. I need my Gigalith to threaten his Talonflame directly. So just protect this turn first. So in case he has a Flash Cannon, he can't do any damage on my Gigalith. So an Ice Beam connects here. So Overcoat can ignore these damage here. So Flash Cannon comes out. So Polygons still have around 2 turns if I don't use a recover here. So Talonflame's back on the field. So where is your sleeve move? Never ending nightmare? Still have 2 turns here. No, but I was taunted, I can't recover it here. So I just switch into my Arcanine and use another rock slice here. Oh, rock slide connects, finally. And knocks off the Talonflames, dealing a very low amount of damage onto Magnezone. Will we see another flinchings here? No flinchings, but we do see the Flash Cannon come out. Onto the Gigalith, and this definitely can finish it off with another Flash Cannon hit. Anyway, I shall use a Flamethrower onto the Magnezone and continue to use the Rock Slice. So this will be the last turn of the Trick Rooms, also with the Sandstorms here. So Thunderbolts comes out first. Yep, and my Arcanine activating is Citrus Berry. So Flamethrowers. Yep, that should be the games here. So 2 games here, and yep, I shall bring more Japanese teams in the futures, and yeah, please feel free to send me any links, any teams that you find interesting, especially for those coming from the eastern part of the world. Yeah, do send me and I will consider if I will feature it in the videos. So we'll see you in the next episodes, and goodbye.